Almost 3 years later, there could finally be a resolution in the criminal case involving a deadly limousine crash. The operator of Prestige Limousine is due in court today. Good morning, Bree. And yes, there were actually 100 signatures, but men were also included, not just women. They were demanding more than just voting rights as well. The right to get married, get a divorce, have their own money, and basically the declaration recognized that women could not be an American citizen without those rights.
Jeannie and Devin, back to you.
Chips are the best thing. I think if you don't like chips, there might be a bigger issue there.
Yeah, what's going on?
But those look fabulous. And, we do want to add, New York chips are produced in Gainesville, New York, which is about 50 miles south of Rochester. We are talking snow, lots of it. And Oswego County has the lake effect bullseye today. It's the first big lake effect storm of the season for this part of central New York. And as always, we are here to get you through it. Our team coverage has eyes on the storm across the region. Brad Bavacqua is standing by in Oswego. Vanessa Richards has been tracking the forecast for us this morning. And, after a lot of snow in some places yesterday, I'm sure it's going to be tough for us pretty much anywhere, especially with the cold. And that was out of Steuben County. But take a look at this video from Woodhull. This is what it looked like around its peak. Now you can see the water there is running over that bridge, and it also came right up to the homes. That water is flowing pretty quickly there as well. Wow. After a year-long hiatus, thanks to COVID, the Great New York State Fair officially starts tomorrow. And for many of us, the start of the fair truly is finding out this year's butter sculpture. Cue the drum roll and surprise, here it is. Everyone, he's Brad, he's Devin, I'm Jeannie. We're here playing the water squirt gun game, and hopefully I'm gonna win this. We'll see, but we gotta make sure that you get the right pressure in there, and then you see who wins it. So how do you feel?
This is your game, Jeannie.
Good morning, I'm Jeannie McBride, and this is your Spectrum News in 90. New information in the fatal Clay shooting where an off-duty Onondaga County Sheriff's deputy allegedly shot his wife, son, and dog. According to the Sheriff's Office, Isaac Ames used his service weapon and shot 8 rounds. Sheriff Eugene Conway says they have an obligation to the family to find and give some sort of closure. AAA experts report gas prices will go up even more with supply chain issues and the Russia-Ukraine conflict causing the rise. The White House could potentially lower the cost by buying more oil or releasing more oil from the National Reserve. As of right now, gas in New York is 14 cents higher than the national average. A Southern Tier science teacher is finding creative ways to help students. The Virtual Academy allows students to learn from outside the classroom and has the option for educators to teach from home. Finally, here's meteorologist Vanessa Richards with your Thursday forecast. Good Thursday morning and welcome to your morning on Spectrum News 1. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jeannie McBride. We start this morning off, though, with new information on the deadly triple shooting involving an off-duty Onondaga County Sheriff's deputy. Investigators say Isaac Ames shot his son Troy, his wife Karen, and his dog before turning the weapon on himself. That happening at their home Monday morning on Riverview Road in Clay. Isaac and Troy Ames both died. Karen is currently in the hospital in serious but stable condition. Isaac Ames was a 12-year veteran working in the sheriff's headquarters, and the sheriff's office says he used his service weapon in the attack, firing 8 rounds in total. The Onondaga County Sheriff saying his peers did not notice any changes leading up to the shooting, and there are still many questions left unanswered. Troy Ames was a student at SUNY ESF, and Karen works for the Liverpool Central School District. A prayer vigil for Karen is scheduled for tonight at 7 p.m. at Pope John Paul XXIII Church in Liverpool. Well, it's official. New York's mask mandate is coming to an end. Governor Hochul making that announcement yesterday. But now the decision, it comes with certain restrictions and gives businesses the say on whether masks will stay or go. The mandate for masks in schools is still in place, though, but is set to expire in a couple of weeks. The governor says schools will need to wait a little longer until a decision is made, but the state is working with stakeholders on clear guidelines and is paying attention to metrics, including vaccinations, cases per 100,000 people, and pediatric hospitalizations. She also says there's a strong possibility she could lift the requirement on March 7th after students return from midwinter break and are tested. The announcement is being met with mixed reaction from district leaders, though. The mask mandate was put in place for grocery stores and other indoor settings back in December as Omicron began to rise. Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon says he is pleased with the decision to allow the mask mandate to expire as COVID numbers continue to drop. McMahon says the ending of the mandate comes at a time where active cases in the area are declining by 30% each week. He will still be providing masks and tests for the community, but he is happy with the county's progress on vaccines and other mitigation methods. After sending a letter urging the state health commissioner to consider metrics when ending masking in schools, McMahon is hopeful that with the current momentum, the mandate on masking in schools will end soon as well. And looking at the numbers in Onondaga County, McMahon announced 270 new cases yesterday, bringing the total active cases in the county to nearly 400. Marcellus getting a big boost thanks to the Onondaga County Main Street Initiative. The county executive saying 18 properties in the village will be getting nearly $500,000 county dollars to help revitalize the buildings and improve the exteriors. This comes with another investment of over $750,000 from the property owners themselves. Well, officials say it's all about transforming community buildings so that employers are more easily able to hire and retain new talent. McMahon positioned himself well for his speech yesterday, hosting it in front of a doctor's office that recently took over a gas station that's been empty for quite some time. All of this investment comes on the heels of nearly $400,000 that went into 14 different properties. There are hundreds of job openings if you're looking for a career switch. And to help, Oneida Nation Enterprises is holding a job fair at Exit 33 today. Crystal Cole joins us now to tell us more. And Crystal, what types of jobs are available here? Thanks, Crystal. A reminder for you, the job fair is at the Exit 33 portion of Turning Stone from noon to 8 p.m. Coming up after the break, as we've said, the mask mandate in New York State has expired, although it will remain in effect in schools until at least March 7th. But how are local businesses reacting to the news? Capital Tonight's Nick Reisman takes a look at that after the break. And Vanessa is back with the latest look at your weather on the ones.